Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I have a very exciting announcement to make over here. And in fact, I can't wait to finish this video and publish it on YouTube so that I can send the link to my good Judy, one of my very dear friends, Melissa, because I haven't even mentioned to her that I'm doing this yet. And so I'm so excited to inform her of this because it's something that she and I can do together. So let me tell you what it's up. Do you see what shirt I have on? I have my Michael Myers t-shirt on for Halloween. Tomorrow is October 1st. Which is the beginning of the Halloween season. Well, for me, Halloween season is kind of already started. And every Halloween, I always try to, or every October, I always try to watch as many, Halloween-themed movies, scary movies, Halloween cartoons that I used to grow up on. Like, I love the Fat Albert Halloween cartoons. I love the Garfield Halloween cartoon. I love the Peanuts, It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I love all of those, right? I grew up on those. And so I try to watch as many of the Halloween cartoons. I feel like I'm missing a few that I know of. But anyway, and I try to watch all the movies and things. But I also try to watch as many of the Halloween franchise movies with Michael Myers that started in 1978. I try to watch as many of those movies as I possibly can in October, right? But I never really have a plan. So just to give you a little insight, I am obsessed with the movie Halloween franchise, okay? And so I've watched them for years and years and years. I can remember, being very young and watching the very first Halloween for the very first time. And so I'm very excited about this announcement. So now I had kind of been thinking about this, right? Now, the reason I'm excited to tell my friend Melissa is because my friend Melissa is literally like a Halloween super fan. I mean, like, she's like, we were sitting watching the movie Halloween in the movie theater when they brought it back, and she's like messaging PJ Souls that was in the original Halloween that played the girl Linda that said totally like 15 times. She's like, she's one of my good friends and whatever. She goes to all the conferences. Okay, she's been to the house in Pasadena, I think it's Pasadena, California. She's done the tours. She collects the masks and then has the original people that played Michael Myers sign the masks. She had the entire cast sign everything. So she's met everybody that's been in every movie and things. I mean, she's obsessed with Halloween, okay? Like, obsessed. She has original movie posters. She has all of it. She literally has a case in her living room where she keeps the Halloween masks. I mean, she is obsessed, okay? So, I was thinking this year that I wanted to do kind of like a dedicated watch over here. Like, as you guys know, I have this new channel called Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, and it's keeping me very busy on watching TV. But I was like, I don't want to miss out on Halloween because of watching all these reality shows. So maybe I will, do something to watch a bunch of scary movies or a bunch of Halloween movies, and then I can turn it into kind of like a series over here. Because I said recently that, like, movies and TV shows that aren't going to do with that, I'll either talk about over here. If it's a review, I'll keep it on my review channel. If it's just talking about it, we'll talk about it over here, okay? And so I was like, what can I do? And I was like, you could go through and watch all the Halloween movies in some specific order that's deemed appropriate by an expert, right? And then I was like, well, like a lot of these, like, Lifetime and all these different, I don't think it's Lifetime, but like USA and things like that channel, they put out like these 31 days of Halloween, and then like every day of the month you watch like a different movie, and they have like a schedule. And I was like, you could do that. There's all these different things you can do. And I was like, or you could just watch all the Halloween movies. So then somebody tweeted me the other day, and they said, would you think about watching all of the Halloween movies? Like, we could do like a watch together. And I tweeted back something to the effect of, I was like, I've actually been thinking about this. I've been thinking about, like, us watching it all together. So to be honest with you, as much as I love this franchise, now my friend Melissa, like, I know, like, quirky little facts about it and things like that, and yes, I do have for people that don't watch Halloween, this will mean nothing to, but Melissa bought me a bracelet that says, in loving memory of Ben Tramer. Ben Tramer was who Laurie Strode wanted to go on a date with and wanted to go to homecoming or whatever, and the very first Halloween, I said it was funny because yesterday I said in my drama video, it was the day before, I was singing, I wish I had you all alone, just the two of us, and I was like, if you know what movie that's from, put it in the comment section below, and like a few people did, I was kind of surprised, but anyway, Annie, okay, in the original movie, she's trying to set up Laurie Strode, okay, on a date with Ben Tramer. She's like, Ben Tramer. Well, Ben Tramer ends up getting killed later. So, Melissa got me this at some conference, this like plastic bracelet, you know, and it says in loving memory of Ben Tramer, and then it has his like years on there, you know, like such and such 1978, and I love that bracelet so much. But anyway, so I know like a lot of like quirky little facts and things like that. Like my friends in high school, we counted one time how many times Linda says totally in the original movie and things like that. And how many mistakes there are. Like, you know, Melissa and I always watch for the mistakes. Like when they're walking down the street and the pavement's dry and then they turn the corner and the pavement's wet like it's been raining. I mean, the movie, that's part of what's fun about it, right? So anyway, and I will say that, like people ask me all the time, like, what do you think is the scariest movie, the scariest horror movie to this day? I actually have like 5 or 6, depending on what arena of horror I'm talking about. I have to say, now I'm like, I can't remember what any of these movies are called, but just in the last couple years, hold on a second, I want to look this, well, I'm like having like, I can't think of anything. Okay. Scary movie. What's the one? There's just like the newest one just came out. It's the one with the clown. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I actually think this is the scariest. The Terrifier. Here it is. The Terrifier. I think that is probably the scariest movie. I also love the movie, well, I actually love them, but I also think they're scary, House of a Thousand Corpses. I think Jaws, even though people don't consider that a horror movie, Jaws has probably been the one that has been the most constant in my life of terrifying me. I mean, I still have I love to swim. I still have a difficult time getting into pools. I like this weird fascination with sharks, but I still have this, like, I still get into pools, I still swim, I love swimming, I love getting in the water, I still get into the ocean and things like that, but I'm terrified of sharks, right? And I can watch Jaws today and literally have to sit with my feet up on the couch because I can't, like, have my feet dangling down below and stuff. I know, and I'm 51 years old. But Halloween, the original Halloween, is still to this day one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And I can watch it right now. And the thing about Halloween that's interesting is, Halloween is probably one of the only franchises that I literally can watch any of the movies in the middle of the day with the sun shining outside if I'm alone in the house and start looking behind me. Like, it's one of the only movies that I can watch in full sunlight outside and still get terrified. So, I thought that we would go in and we would watch all the Halloween movies together if you want to. Okay, now there's 13 movies in the entire series, and that's including Halloween 3, which a lot of people think Halloween 3 isn't part of the franchise because it has nothing to do with Michael Myers and there's masks and all that kind of stuff. That being said, it is still part of the franchise, okay? And if you're gonna watch them all the way through, and I have not watched them, I mean, I've watched 1 here, 1 year, 2 here, 4 here, whatever, okay? I have not watched them all in a row. I don't know that I ever have, to be honest with you, watched them all in a row, okay? So, I want to watch them all in a row, and I'm not gonna leave 3 out because I think 3 is important. I think it was actually last year that I went back because my friend Melissa, she actually really loves Halloween 3, even though she's a huge Michael Myers fan. So, I went back and I started watching it. Did I get all the way through it? I can't remember. It's a really scary movie. It's scarier than I remember it being. So, anyway, and I think, like, because it is the one, like, okay, so here's the deal. Like, if you're a V.C. Andrews reader, do you guys remember Flowers in the Attic and all that kind of stuff from back in the day? Ruby. All those movies from Heaven. Oh my god, I love the Heaven series so much when I was in high school and college. So anyway, if you guys remember those V.C. Andrews books, you know, that they said that she died like 80 years ago, and they said that she, like, you know, left notes for all these series, and they're still putting them out 80 years later. But anyway, lie straight from the pit of hell. So anyway, but, like, there was one book, and the book was called My Sweet Audrina, and My Sweet Audrina had, like, nothing to do with any of the other series or whatever, but My Sweet Audrina is probably one of the best books ever that V.C. Andrews ever wrote or didn't write. I don't know if she did or if it was a team of writers. I have no idea. But anyway, My Sweet Audrina is probably one of the best ones, right? And I kind of feel like Halloween 3 is kind of like that. Like, you either love it or you hate it, because there's a lot of mixed reviews about My Sweet Audrina. So we're going to watch Halloween 3 in here. Now, when you go into these websites, okay, like I looked this one up on IGN Entertainment, how to watch the Halloween movies in chronological order. There's so many different ways to watch these, okay? So when you go down here and you look, it's like, how many movies, Halloween movies are there? There are currently 13 movies, and this article just came out. The 13 movies released between 1978 and 2022 exist across 5 timelines, which we explore below. Halloween movies in chronological order, so that it tells you how you can watch them in chronological order, which is what I'm going to do, and if you guys choose to follow that, you p.m. There's Halloween Timeline number 1, okay? And that is the Halloween, the original, 1978, Halloween 2, 1981, that picks up later that night. Then there goes to Halloween 4, which is The Return of Michael Myers. It came out in 1988. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. It came out in 1995. Now, I have to tell you, The Return of Michael Myers and The Revenge of Michael Myers and The Curse of Michael Myers might be 3 of my favorite movies in the entire franchise. And they are so heavily critiqued and criticized, but I love those movies, okay? So that's the first timeline. Hold on a second. The second timeline is just watching Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, because it's not part of that, okay? The third Halloween timeline, hold on a second, is, okay, Halloween 1978, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, which is where they're in a boarding school. Okay, and I love that one too so much with Josh Hartnett. I love that one. And then Halloween Resurrection 2002. All right, and then Halloween Timeline number 4 is the Halloween from 2007. These are the ones by Rob Zombie, and Halloween 2002 by Rob Zombie in 2009. We're going to watch those as part of the timeline, okay? So I think that's all. Is there a fifth timeline? Yes, there's a fifth timeline. 1970, and this is the one that most people go by, okay? There's Halloween 1978, then there's Halloween 2018, okay? Then there's the Halloween Kills, which is 2021, and Halloween Ends 2022. And the reason why this is the one that most people go by is because this is the one that's the most cohesive as far as the story of Laurie Strode and Michael Myers together. So, yeah, so, hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I'm like losing all of my, no. I need my research here. I need my investigations. So anyway, I'm really, really excited about this because, yeah, so anyway, I'm really excited about this because I cannot wait to watch these movies. So, then I went on Esquire, because of course they're experts of everything, right? And it says how to watch all 13 Halloween movies in order, okay? So, let's go in here and see, hold on a second. Let's go in here and see how to watch all of these, where did it go? Did I lose it again? How to watch all these in order. Like, we can't get enough of Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis, right? Because are y'all super fans of Jamie Lee Curtis? I love her so much. Okay, so it goes dun 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 dun. Do you hear that music? That wasn't the Halloween music. It's the familiar sound of John Carpenter's synthy spooky piano melody. That's right, it's finally time to watch a spooky season classic. Halloween, but which Halloween is right for you? And then it goes in and talks about all this kind of stuff. So here's the order that we are going to watch it on, okay? I will put this up in my community tab for this channel. I will put up that these are the order that we're going to watch it in, okay? Halloween 1978 is number 1. And then Halloween 2, 1981, okay? Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. I love that one so much. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, which is Halloween 6. And then Halloween H2O, 20 years later, okay? That's where they're in the boarding school. Halloween Resurrection, probably not one of my favorite ones. Is that the one where they're, hold on a second, it's like showing it. Yeah, it's a reality show. That's probably not one of my favorite ones. Is that the reality show one? And then Halloween 2007, that's the Rob Zombie one, okay? And then Halloween 2 with Rob Zombie, made by Rob Zombie. And then there's Halloween 2018, okay, which is where it picks up after the original Halloween. And then Halloween Kills, okay? And then the last movie and how it all ended, Halloween Ends, which if you watch my review of that, I was not excited by how it ended. I didn't think they did a good job. I don't know why they pulled in a new character at the last minute when it could have just been about... I mean, they should have let the super fans of Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise and Laurie Strode and Jamie Lee Curtis, they should have picked 10 fans to write the ultimate script to end all scripts of the Halloween franchise. That's what they should have done, okay? They should have had Michael Myers have the highest kill count of any horror movie ever. I mean, it should have been something astronomical, like 300 people in one night that he killed in this movie, right? They should have had, like, fans in there. They should have done, like, contests where fans were in the movie as extras. On and on and on, right? And they pull in this stupid character in the last moment. I was so put out by this movie. But anyway, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about watching all these again and revisiting some of my favorites. Now, October has 4.5 weeks. Well, it's like 4 weeks and like 2 days or 3 days or something like that, right? So what I thought we could do is, I know this is a lot, okay? I know this is a lot. These movies are like an hour and a half most. They're not that long of movies. I thought that we could watch 3 movies a week, Okay, so like, for example, this next week coming up, we'll watch Halloween 1, Halloween 2, and Halloween 3. Then the following week, we'll do 4, 5, and 6, okay? And you don't have to do it in this order. You can catch up whenever. But I'll probably do a video on Sunday or Monday of that week, following up and talking about like 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6 that way, right? And then we'll do 3 a week until, so that will be, 12. And then the final week, we'll have 1 left, which will be 13 that we can watch, the days leading up to Halloween. And then if we also have catch-up movies, like if we're 4 behind or whatever, sometimes it's more fun to watch those movies around the day before Halloween, things like that. So we have catch-up time to do that over the weekend before Halloween. So if you're 6 movies behind, you can watch all 6 of those the weekend before Halloween. You can watch all 13 of them the weekend before Halloween if you want. But I just thought this would be something fun to do. Go get your Halloween treats, get your popcorn, get your caramel apples, okay? But don't lose your crown like I did the other night eating some popcorn. Get your Halloween treats, get your apple cider, get your coffee, get your whatever you need to get, okay, to watch these movies, because we are doing it. We are doing this, and I'm so excited. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you're going to participate. And sometime today, tomorrow, or the next day, I will be putting up the order that we're going to read, watch them. And I'm going to put the order up that we're going to watch them in on my community tab, okay? I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.